Welcome. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking something's different about the coffee break show this morning. You're right, it is. And we're going to get started in a minute because we have to listen to the music. See you in a second. So, right off the bat, I want you guys to know we are having some weird internet issues and we are going to be working the show today, and we're going to be watching the show today and hoping that these internet issues don't take us a little different. So you might be noticing, hey, there's a new set. Yes, there is a new set. Welcome to the new Coffee Break Show set. Honestly, we just moved me into my office and it's now a quiet little place where we can talk a little bit more intimately, and it's a little bit easier for me to record in this space as well. And so I just wanted to welcome you there. I see you guys popping on. Do me a favor and put your name down below. Today, we're going to have a very, very insightful, in-depth look at how it is that we can become more fit, more wealthy, more whatever we want to do. And do me a favor, let me know that you can hear me. Somebody let me know that they can hear me on this particular show, that you can see me and hear me. Because we are on a new set. We don't have all the technology stuff worked out. We have stuff waiting to come in. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Thank you. I needed to see that from you, MJ. Nice to see you on. It is a new set. Well, I told you you're going to see the transformation happen right in front of you. And so, yes, thank you for that. She can see and hear as well. Thank you. I'm so glad. Because your internet connection was restored. It said it was offline for a minute. And so that's the thing I'm really looking for right now, because we're waiting for some equipment to come in from Amazon so that we can make the signal stronger, because the signal is not strong in our new digs. And nice to see you guys popping on. See, there it is. We got I might look fuzzy for a little bit, but then it'll just keep going on. So today we want to talk about what it is that it requires. Hi everyone. I'm not sure who this is. Somebody tell me who this hi everyone is. Nice to see you there, but it just says Facebook user to me. I'm not sure exactly who this is talking to me. So I want to let you know there's a lot of changes in the world coming on. There's so many changes. And a lot of people in the fire areas and everything else, they've lost absolute. Risa, nice to see you. So glad to see you. What a nice surprise. Risa's on with us. Thank you for being here. It's nice to see you, my friend. I have been missing seeing your face there. So what happens is today I want to talk about how we become more, because right now our world is kind of requiring more of us. We're requiring more of ourselves in the way of work, in the way of being prepared, in the way of how everything is. And we are looking at an ever-changing, fast-paced, and unusual time in history. And unusual, we're having this Delta variant where people who've already been vaccinated are getting the Delta variant, maybe not to the degree that the original COVID was, but they're still doing that. And they're like, do we need boosters? Do we not? Should some countries right now that I know that are listening are completely in lockdown right now. So everybody in Australia, thank you for being here with us anyway. And we're looking at riots happening all over the world. Riots. So to me, I got the other day and I thought, okay, you heard that. I think it might be Zig Ziglar who said, if it's going to be, it's up to me. If it's going to be, it's up to me. And I thought, okay, what does that mean? That means when there's something that happens, something in your world that's different, something that is going to be or change, whether it's for the better or for the good, if it's going to be you that makes that change. So whether you want to be more fit or more wealthy or more respected, have more love, more time, more, whatever the more is that you want, that more is going to be up to you to create that. So I started thinking to myself over and over again, what exactly is that more? How do you become that more? What do you got to do to become that more? Well, right now it's interesting because we live in uncertainty, and maybe you want more material possessions, clothing, I don't know, it could be some material possession, but it's not available right now. Say, so I had a friend of mine whose refrigerator went out last year, and it took them months and months and months, and they couldn't get a new refrigerator. They had to find a used one and used a used one. And right now you may want that new car, but the new car that you want may not be in its place. You might not have that new car. You might have a used new car because that car isn't being made. So what is it about having more, doing more, and being more that has to change a little bit? Doing more, having more, and being more doesn't necessarily mean that it's a type of consumerism. Doing more, having more, and being more means that you are more. And what that means for me is more ingenuity is the first thing. The first tip I have is more ingenuity. So I know that I'm kind of blurry right now, and it'll go back up again. It's going to go in and out. Next week will be a strong show. This week we're going to be kind of a weak show with the visuals on it, but stick with us because the message is still that important. Ingenuity is the thing that helps us attract to us alternatives. They'll attract to us those things that can help us say, well, if I don't have this, or maybe I can use this to get that. Ingenuity is the first thing we're going to need moving forward to have more, be more, do more. That ingenuity will help us. Like, for example, Robin and I ordered bikes like way months and months and months ago, and they still hadn't arrived yet. And after this last set of flooding, you guys, we talked about last week how I had to go find two other bikes. I had to find two other bikes because these bikes, they're not guaranteed to us until maybe 2022. And that's so many months. It'd be like 8, 9, 10 months. We don't know if they're arriving or not, but just in case they're not, I'm not going to miss out on getting a bike. So we had to go do some other things, shifting until we found that alternative. Ingenuity helps you look at something and say, well, if I can't use this, then I can use this. And to become more, ingenuity is out of the box thinking. You're going to need that for the future. If this, then this. If this, then this. So that you have a calmer mind. See, if it's meant to be, it's got to be you that it's going to happen through. And that's the whole point of being more and examining more. The second thing you have to be willing to do is learn how to do something different. We get stuck in a groove a lot of times and we say, I am, and then we fill in that sentence, and then we become hard at saying we are not anything else but this I am. I am a occupational therapist. I am a judge. I am a police officer. I am a grocery store clerk. And then we don't imagine anymore, I am. We just say, I am a manager. But aren't you whatever you want to be? And so what happens when you want to be more, get more, and do things is that you have to be willing to take on the new challenge of becoming that by learning, that learning curve, that willingness to be something else. I just want to pop up and say hi. Let's see here. Risa says, we bought a made in the USA Speed Queen washer, 25-year warranty and 25-year parts, all made in the USA. Congratulations. That is a good get. And Mr. Ambassador, nice to see you on. Happy Wednesday, my friend. By the way, Robert, I love this picture of you. I just absolutely love it. It's such a great picture of you, just saying. Let's see. Congratulations, 25 years. I didn't think they made that anymore. I know, that's a great guarantee. The point is, if you want to do more, you have to have ingenuity. You have to be willing to embrace the learning curve. So for me, I want to ride my bike across America, and that means I have to eat differently. I have to eat like an athlete would eat. I would have to train my body the way an athlete would train their body to be able to do that. You start taking different actions. When you take the different actions, that means you're embracing the learning curve. You're embracing a new lifestyle. There's a new lifestyle with every becoming more than. Ingenuity is a new way of thinking. A new lifestyle happens and new conditions begin to bring themselves to you because you are taking action in a different way. These kinds of things help you become more of whatever you want. And I know you can say, well, more actions. If I want to be more fit, then I eat less and work out more. That's not all you do. There's so much more to fitness than just eat less and exercise more. There is a whole mindset shift inside you that begins to happen. And so when you get to the point where you are looking at how to make a difference in your life first before you try to make a difference in other people's lives, that's a vastly different thing. I have to, go ahead and take a drink here. I want to let you know, for the last week, the smoke has been intense in our valley. I mean, it is all the smokes from the fires in California has been so thick. We've been told not to go outside, not to do this. That raspiness you hear in my voice is because I have to breathe regardless of how smoky it is. And the smoke is starting to irritate. And I know there's a lot of people out there who understand that the smoke is, doing that. So you may alter a behavior based on circumstances outside of you. So this week, I haven't been bike riding every single day outside of the house because the smoke is so thick, it's damaging for me to do that. So that awareness, that altering my behavior so that I can still participate, altering your behavior, that is one thing that you want to empower yourself to do. That having the discipline to alter your behavior is how you step into wanting or having more. Now, that discipline isn't got to be hard. It's not going to be rough and mean. I'm going to be so disciplined. I'm not going to eat for 5 days. I'm not going to do this for 5 days. It's like discipline can be kind. So the discipline, I don't think I took a drink. I have to drink this. It makes it a little easier on your throat. I'm not sick. I'm just fine. It's just that the amount of smoke in the air is really wreaking havoc on a lot of people and their eyes and everything else that's happening. And thank God it's smoke and not floods. I feel very fortunate. So, yep, the air quality is not good. That's right. This is the big thing right here. This right here. You are what you expect. You live a life that you think is possible for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be living it. You live what's possible for you. And what you do when you want more is that you have to choose to think that there is something more possible for you. It's possible for me to go to this place, to go to this next level. When you think that way, you start about talking about what you expect. Like when I think it's possible for me to live this life where I'm going from being here to being here, I start taking the actions towards what I expect because I expect them to happen. That expectation, that's when expectation becomes just a bit more powerful than people give it credence to. We live what we expect, what we think is possible. The first thing that happens in any kind of change where you want to be more, act more, do more, get more, is that you expect to get more, do more, be more, act more. You expect to be different. You expect that. You get what you expect. MJ, I always love what you have to say. Robert, let's see. I wanted more business, so I sat down and said, what can I do to make it happen? New picks, more content, reaching out to new people, new programs, changes, and transformation. Yes, this is how that happens. Those actions have to be up there. The ingenuity, he sat down and thought about, what can I do? What can I do? New picks, more content, reaching out to new people, new programs. That's what I can do. Being more is the ingenuity, that outside of the box thinking. He couldn't do the same thing he'd always done over and over and over again. He was like, I got to do something different. And then he went and did that something different. And you can actually see the result of that, doing something different. Thank you for that. That is very inspiring, actually, because this is that conversation in action. So people are like, well, I've heard these 3 tips before. Great. What are you doing about those 3 tips? What are you doing? And doing it over and over and over and over until you achieve the thing you want to achieve. People think, well, I only need to do this once and then I'm changed. No, you need to do it over and over and over and over and over until you have arrived at where you want it to be, until you arrive at the thing you want to have, until you're doing what it is that you want to do. You want to be able to sit down and think about it and visualize it and make it happen. Discipline can be intentional without being harsh. Yes. In fact, if you are truly, truly disciplined, really disciplined, you're in love with what you're doing. When you have discipline about something and it's effortless, it's because you love that thing so much that you want to do that action, even when you're tired, even when you'd rather have a rest, even when you want to do that thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. That is so true. Consistency and discipline are the 2 keys to success. Yes, to being more, having more, doing more, finding more, becoming more. Anytime you want to become more, anytime you want to step out of that box, regardless, those key things are going to be there. You're going to need your ingenuity, your creativity to go do exactly what Robert said. How can I, what can I do? And allow that potential in you to create solutions for you. Let's see. It's amazing just how the new picture made a huge difference. That made me look deeper into other things. Yes, it really is. It's a shot of professionalism, that it's a look in your eyes. It's connecting. It's really a good shot. But I want to tell you, it is the difference, that subtle thing that you do to take that next step, to take a different step. Every time that you change something, every time that you change, I've been telling you, this is how we're going to change. This is what's going to happen. This is, you're seeing, you're watching it in action. If you've been watching the Coffee Break Show for about the last 4 or 5 months, we have been actively transforming right in front of you, so you could see, here's this subtle difference, here's this subtle difference, here's this subtle difference. It's not like bam and everything changes. It's not like I dream of genie and we do this and voila, it's done. It's action after action after action. It's the next step, then the next step, then the next step, then the next step. And that taking that step is amazing, just how that one little thing can change everything you have. I can see that our internet is weak. I'm going to be blurry for a bit. I'll be back. But the message is still important, and having that be the center of your world right now. So once we do this, we have 3 things. We have, in the beginning, you want to be something that has ingenuity. Ingenuity is a type of thinking, a thinking differently about the problem you have and looking for that solution. This is what, Robert did up here. I wanted more business. That's the thing he wanted. I wanted more. So I sat down with my ingenuity and I asked myself, what can I do to make it happen? Question mark. What can I do to make it happen? Put it out there. Then his creativity came along and said, well, you can put in new pictures. You can add a little more contact. You can reach out to new people, and you can put a new program up. So it may be whatever you do. Like for me, I want to ride my bike across the Americas. So what can I do to make that happen? Well, I have to eat like an athlete eats. I got to start training. I'd like to train on a bike that is, because all my mountain bikes are dirt, sand mountain bikes, down, up and rough bikes. They're not cross country bikes. And I need to learn how to pack the gear and put it on the bike. I need to be able to train where I'm going miles. Like instead of going 7 or 8 miles, I'm now going 15, 20, 30 miles in a day riding my bike. So I'm going to go ahead and practice that. Changes and transformation happen when we take those, when actions towards that path. His was new picks, more content, reaching out to new people, new programs. There it is. Pretty simple. And that's how easy it is for you. This is not a complicated thing. It's just asking yourself that right question. How can I do more, be more, have more? Let's see. Sometimes the smallest changes can make the biggest transformations. That's true. Now, I want to talk to the people who have lost everything. So I want to let you know, because a lot of people think, well, you've never lost everything. So how do you know? Well, yeah, I have. I've lost everything. I've lost the house, the cars, the kids, the everything. I have absolutely gone through the pain of losing everything and have everything being wiped out of my life. So that the feelings of hurt are absolutely something just that I've had to overcome. I've lost businesses overnight that from a complete regulation change. I was out of business the next day with a regulation change, lost all the money, all the everything gone, evaporated into that air. So it's not like there have been, silver spoons. It is how then that I get out of it that matters, because every single time that you begin to have more, be more, get more, do more, and have more in your life, just more, means that you become more. And you'd be absolutely insane not to realize that you weren't going to be challenged by the universe. How badly do you want more? What does it look like? So there's part of you that absolutely has to change your mindset about what more looks like or how it unfolds. And what do I mean like that? Some people get in their mind that this is their business. This is the only business. This is what they do. They can't do anything else. They're unwilling to look at something else. And they get tunnel visioned, literally tunnel visioned, into looking into the future and saying, I have to make this work and this only. Meanwhile, the universe keeps throwing them opportunities like, what about this? Well, no, that doesn't fit me because I am not A, I am A. And that what happens is you get so locked into what you think you are. Like, hi, I do branding and that's all I do. I do branding. I do I look for opportunity. I don't say this is what I do. But if you want to do more, be more, have more, the vast view you have of I am a, and fill in the blank. And that's why I like the word entrepreneur, because it means that you are not, I am a branding specialist. I am a lawyer. I am a financial advisor. I am a marketing specialist. I am that. When you're an entrepreneur, it says, what opportunity do I have right now to create income and make a difference in people's life? How can I serve the public with a product that really absolutely enhances their life and makes a great impact in the world? How do I do that? And what we do is we start opening ourselves up. We open ourselves up to have more, be more, and do more in the world, serve more in the world. When we label ourselves, I am this, we close off everything else around us that we could be, that our potential puts in front of us. And what happens when we don't see opportunity? When we don't see opportunity, we can't become more, have more, be more. We have to look at opportunities all around us for us to become more. And so, yes, yeah, thank you for this. I've lost everything twice and I refuse to give up. That's right. I thank you for that. That's beautiful. That I really feel that for me too. I'm like, I don't give up. And, once you know how to make it again, then you can just make it again. So let's see. Sometimes the smaller changes can make the biggest transformations. Thank you. We had been there. So, what happens when you want to do more, be more, have more? We have to stop labeling yourself. You know what? You are potential in human form. Now you're experiencing the human form, but actually, your soul, the soul, who you are, the thing that lives when your body dies and your hair color dies and your name dies with you, that point right there, that thing that lives is unconditional. It's absolutely unconditional. It's experiencing a human life, but it doesn't, that because you're experiencing human life doesn't mean you lose all the gifts of your soul, where you can transform and be and bend reality and call things into existence and have your attractor field help you. There is something about the experience of being a soul that you never lose. It is just who you are in that potential. And when you cap your potentials, your mind says, okay, all we are is this. And then maybe your mind says, well, I'd like to learn how to be this. Well, if we take a look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, because he's my favorite example of that, he is a guy who came to the United States as a bodybuilder in a gym. Then he became a best-selling author. He went from being a gym dude where I just do fitness all day to now I'm a fitness and I'm an author. And I think the two at the time were very far apart. And nobody said fitness instructor, now let's go be an actor. And now, okay, we've been an actor. I want to experience what it's like to be a governor, a politician. And so what happens is when you become malleable and you understand that you're unconditional, not that you are a thing, it's that you can experience being a bodybuilder. Then you can experience being a best-selling author. Then you can experience being an actor. Then you can experience being a governor. When you say these are the things that I get to experience, you open yourself up, your potential opens up, and you already can have more, be more, and do more just because you understand how you operate, what the human experience is like. And you get to go ahead and be that malleable experience. But here's the thing. Instead of saying, this is what I am, you can ask yourself a different question. What do I want to experience now? What do I want to experience before I die? Well, I want to experience an era of traveling around the world. Well, I want to experience falling in love deeply with somebody and having a relationship. Well, I want to experience what it's like to be a mom and have a family. Well, I want to experience what it's like to be a business owner. Well, I want to experience what it's like to be a millionaire, a yacht owner, whatever you want to experience. Put it out there. I want to experience this. You aren't tied to, well, I'm a teacher and I teach at this school, or I'm a nurse, or you are potential. You are unconditional. And the thing about do more, be more, have more, you will feel like you're doing more, being more, and having more when you start risking and following your dreams. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want to experience before you die? And when you say, I want to experience this before I die, you're actually checking in with yourself. There's no brochure like at college. What do you want to be? Here's the list. Pick from the list. Doctor, lawyer, or Indian chief. What do you want to be? A communication specialist? Pick from the list and then go. That's not what happens when you do more, be more, and have more. When you do more, be more, and have more, it's because you have valued yourself and said, I am more. What do I want to experience? What do you want to experience? And when you have that experience, you suddenly feel like you're doing more, being more, and having more. That's what I have for you today on the Coffee Break Show, because I think it's so important. Everybody is so looking at the world and as though they have no power over it, that it's just happening to them and all their rights are going and all their this is going and all these people control me and everything else. Well, maybe they control you because you don't control you. But if you know that you are unconditional, that means that you have the ingenuity to rise above whatever is there in front of you. You have the ability to rise above and think differently, the ability to transform. And for those people who are going through something hard right now, really, really hard, like, I don't know, an illness or a divorce or the loss of someone, etc. Those to me are the hard things that happen when you lose someone and you love them, etc. The way I get through them is to let go of my attachment to the outcome. Like, I wanted this marriage to work and it didn't. Okay, let go of the outcome that it didn't. Just let go of it. I wanted it to work and it didn't. Okay, it didn't. It doesn't mean that was the one that was supposed to work. Maybe this next one does. Or I don't want to be sick right now. I want to be well. Great. Visualize you being well. Visualize yourself being healthy and well. Do that over and over again. Let's see. In this skin suit, we often put off different outfits and experiences. Yes, that's true. I like that. Be more, do more, have more. Yes, that is what I do. That's the line for our Freedom Seekers Journal. Be more, do more, have more. What I want for you today is to discover that you are more. Not I want to have more, be more, get more, but you are more. You are more of everything that you've ever wanted. What we want to do is tap into our more abilities, our more power. You are more than what you tell yourself. You are more than the inner critic in you is telling you. You are more than the self-sabotage that happened to you, or that bad childhood that you had, or the post-traumatic stress disorder that you're experiencing, or the pain you're in right now. You are more. I watched a video of a woman yesterday who, I can't remember her name, but she was dying, and she was dying of breast cancer. And she was a foster child, and she realized that what she wanted to do was have a family that was secure and a love that loved her. And she found a man that she loved, and they got married. They had their kids and family together. And then they opened up their home to foster kids, obviously. And so what happened was, this woman is all love for her foster kids. She's amazing. And what happened was, she got breast cancer and she was dying. There was nothing they could do to reverse it. And to the point where what happened was, she realized that the only thing she could do, and this lying on her deathbed, she said, love heals everything. And she made this video for her children. She made the video for them. And she said to them, love heals everything. Love heals everything. Even the pain when I'm gone, all you have to do is remember how much I love you, how much you love me, and that will heal the pain. That you just, remember what we did have. And she spent time sick as a dog. I mean, so much pain in her body, loving each and every one of these foster kids and everything else. And they have this one rule where they had Sunday dinner all together, where every Sunday she went around the room, and they went around the room and said what they were thankful for that every Sunday. And some people were like, I'm just thankful that you're alive for one more Sunday. So there's a point where we think we have forever to get done what we want to have done, or feel or do something. If you're healthy right now and all you have is your mind stopping you, and that's all that's stopping you, you're robbing yourself. You're sabotaging yourself. Step out and experience what you want to experience before you die. You are the more that you want. You are more. You are more life, more love, more joy, more everything. The more you let out, the more that'll come to you. That I know for sure. So that's this Wednesday's message. I love you all so much, and you guys really know that, but you also know that Nobody gets out of here without listening to the music. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Be more, do more, have more.